Yes, yes, yes. Islam. Islam, Moors, shalom, shalom. It's your favorite magistrate, Sufi. Phil Benaya, you know what I'm saying? In the building. Praise Allah. Give high honors to his holy and divine prophets for A to Z. You know. And listen, this is a heavy one. This is called Do You or Your Leader Have Any Saving Power? It's a good one. Good, great grandmores. Do you or your leader have any saving power? You know what I mean? I like to, first give thanks and praise to Almighty God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We doing this. What's going on, Unc? I see you. I like to first take a reading from our scripture right here. We're going to go into our reading before we open this up. You know what I mean? And the book of Matthew. I got the big print version, by the way. You know how people only really care about the gosh darn King James version. You got to read from that. Now, Matthew 24 goes in, it says in verse 4, verse 6 and 7 rather. And it says, heavenly, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Now, I just wanted to start off with that reading because there's a lot of things in the current event cycle and streaming down your timeline, wherever you receive your news, your information from NEWS, the news, the north, east, west, and the south, from every direction. So that's what the news stands for, right? North, east, west, and south. So that's that reading, the wars and the rumors of wars, because, there's scores of rumors of wars. I mean, everybody pretty much is kind of hip to the fact that, they had a moon landing, but who was taking the pictures? These are the rumors of wars. And once melanin-rich people kind of buy into these concepts, it's like supreme advertising, and these things come into pass, you know what I'm saying? So that was my reading starting off, because it's do you or your leader, your favorite leader, your favorite chematologist, your favorite Moor, your favorite sheik, your favorite whoever, pastor, bishop, do they have any saving power? That's where we going in, because I keep seeing these threads, Moors, and now, when I got to speak on it, it got to be heavy. You know what I'm saying? This is not just lighthearted. You know what I mean? So I'm in my 7-6 West drip, because I'm the angel in the church of Philadelphia. If you didn't know, in Revelation chapter 3, verse 7 through 13, you know what I mean? When I was schooled by the best, well-trained and duly prepared. And I like to take also another reading from the Holy Quran of Mecca in English. In the 37th surah or chapter, right? And the 36th ayat or verse. And that 37th chapter is called Of Those Who Rank Themselves in Order, right? Now, in the 36th verse, it goes even right before that, where it says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, they shall both therefore be made partakers of the same punishment on that day. Thus will we deal with the wicked, because when it is said unto them, there is no God but the true God, right? They swell with arrogance, and they say, you know what their response is? They say, shall we abandon our gods for a distracted poet? So when the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was going around and fulfilling and bearing fruit with the prophecies. I mean, the Holy Quran of Mecca, it rhymes. I mean, if you didn't know, because it said when he says there is no God but the true God. So when he went out of being, he said, La ilaha illallah, right? Muhammad Mustafa Rasulullah. That rhyme. That rhyme. Because they keep coming on these threads talking about only black people have their leaders as singers and all this. Listen, if you didn't hear from the magistrate, if you didn't hear from the Moors out of Philadelphia, you ain't heard the top of the crop information. You better inbox me, DM me something. You see what I'm saying? Because this is what they said to the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu wasallam, right? Peace be upon him. Peace and blessings be upon him. This is what they said. Because at that time, all the desert Arabs, you know, Arabia was full of the Arabs, you know, doing their little poetry. And so when the revelation came from on high, the Quran rhymes from beginning to end. When you start speaking, Moors, you say, Bismillah Rahman Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Rahim, Ma'aliki Yawm Din, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in, Ihdina siratal mustaqim, siratal alladhina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Ameen. Yo, the whole 114 chapters, 114 surahs is rhyming from beginning to end. Praise Allah. And so that was their excuse to the prophet too. They just said, oh, people with no talent, they always, ain't they the first? People with no saving power. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go over it, Moors. People with no saving power, that's the first thing they go to. They try to say, because when the Prophet Salam and the Moors supposed to be Mohammedans, right? When the Prophet said that, when he went in there, we're in chapter or surah 37, and we right before 36, and he says, nay, rather ye were not true believers, for we had no power over you or to compel you, but ye were people of voluntary transgress, wherefore the sentence of the Lord has been justly pronounced against us, and we shall surely taste his vengeance. We seduced you, but we also erred ourselves. They shall both therefore be made partakers of the same punishment on that day. Thus will we deal with the wicked, because when it is said unto them, La ilaha illallah, when that verse come in and it rhyme like that, right? Right? They swell with arrogance and they say, shall we abandon our gods for a distracted poet? So don't you know, this goes out to all the Moors across these shores and all of y'all that keep just rando, keep talking all that nonsense that you ain't got no saving power. We're going to go into it. You know what I'm saying? But they said that against the Prophet Sallallahu. They said that he was a distracted poet. They tried to say that he was a rapper. He was a singer. You know what I mean? So he ain't qualified for his prophethood. Somehow he ain't the leader of the nation because the Quran rhymes and it's oh so poetic, right? See? Right? When you check out the Holy Bible, the Piscean record, right? You got the Songs of Solomon, who's supposed to be the richest and wisest man ever. And he had a whole bunch of songs. He had a whole bunch of songs, Moors. Mm-hmm. The Songs of Solomon. You know about them? He had, you check it out. You had David, Daoud, Salatu Salam, right? The Psalms. Now people like Psalms 82. They got their favorite songs. We all got our favorite Psalms. They're all songs, Moors, right? They got played on the beat. They got played with the guitar, with the lute, or the harp. So who in the world is telling you that now, somehow the Asiatics, the Moors and the so-called blacks, we're the only ones that had our leaders that had a joyful noise unto the Lord, right? For real though. So King David never existed. He ain't got no song, no psalms, right? The songs of Solomon, right? Right. The 114 serves, these rhyme from beginning to end, right? I keep logging on these people's lives, and these Johnny come newbie Moors is keep talking about, oh, we the only ones that let a singer or a rapper lead. No, King David played that music. See, it's always the talentless, the ones with no saving power. See, no saving power. I get to say that because let's just be honest, Moors, your brother from another mother. I had to save all of these people's children and all their families and save them themselves, their whole livelihoods, Moors. Yeah, it's not no joke. We can go up down the East Coast. We can go from Canaan land, Moors, all the way to the land of flowers, Moors in Miami. We can go from East Coast to West Coast to Calafia district, right? We can go from the Temple Moors all the way to the street dirty Moors, right? I've had to save them from themselves, right? Let's be honest. So name them. I mean, you got these Moorish World TV brothers, Taharka Bay and them. You got anybody that got Moors in their blog, anybody that got a show that got the name Moors in it. It don't matter. Anybody that got a grand body anywhere, honest to all the grand sheiks and the leadership around the country, sheik, I see you on there. Praise Allah for you and your work and your outreach and your uplifting acts. High honors to all that are living the life accordingly. But let's be honest, Moors, they have no saving power. A bunch of fancy talkers, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? What have they done? Are they living that part and parcel that the Prophet Drew Ali has spoke about? You know what I mean? I mean, they quoting Moorish World TV. These cats is on there quoting Taharka Bay, who then the Afrocentrics then already pulled. I mean, I guess Taharka Bay then brought up his own record, right? And these people got hardcore jail histories. All these people have done 5-10 years in jail, right? All these people is better than you and I. They better than the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. That's how they saying it. This is your leader, right? No, the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It all rhymed. Y'all sound just like the disbelievers in that day. The disbelievers said, they said many times, are we supposed to just abandon our gods, our mentalities, our understandings, right? These idols, false set up idols. Are they supposed to abandon those ideas for a mad poet? They call Muhammad a mad poet. Just because when he had 114 surahs on cap, and when he come into the cipher, everybody got to go home. It ain't the freestyle battle's over. I was so Snoop the Wiz Jackson. That's my dude. You know what I mean? Shouts out to all the dirty Moors, sun dry and dirty, got their hands in the dirt. They buried me, Moors, but they didn't know that I was a seed. Wow, the best part. They didn't know. So we can go all up and down the East Coast, Moors. We can go from Canaan land, Moors. We can go all the way up, Iron Sheik and Cujo and them, Dodge Street Base, new students and all that. We have had to save we had to save Iron Sheik, Cujo, Eels, constituents and members. I had to save them from the system. Get their babies out of the system. Wallahi, I swear by Allah. Right hand on the Quran. Got the Bible too. Stack it up. Put it in the crook and flail of the Pharaoh. You see? I had to save their Canaan land Moors families. I had to save the lives and the children's lives of all those grand body people in New York Territory District, Babylon Territory, the Empire District, right? It ain't no grand sheik and grand administration in New York Territory. I didn't have to save them from, because this is the name of this, Moors. Does your favorite leader, do you or your favorite leader have any saving power? The judgment is here. Y'all got to, because there's a lot of swirling energy and they keep talking that stuff. Boy, all I got to do is shut down their live, is go on their YouTube and start texting and talking. They'll close their live down faster than fast. You know what I'm saying? They got no saving power. We went from Canaan land, right? We're going to go down to New York, right? Mexico more empire, or whoever's off grid. I had to save their families from family court. I had to come get them out of jail. I had to talk to the Romans, the police. I had to help them, right? I had to save them from everything, from all the Albion forces. I mean, I'm just one man. We just one small cipher, right? We just one, just as Philadelphia, right? We just one small, but it's not just small. It's the sixth church. It's the sixth church that's talked about in Revelations chapter 3, verse 7 through 13. And where did we lose our nationality? Moors in Philly. The last shall be first, the first shall be last. It ain't going to be no top grade energy coming out of nowhere, but from right here when you watch it. You see what I'm saying, Moors? You can go down the coast to Wilmington, to North Carolina, South Carolina. I had to save those families personally, Morris. We can pull up the dossiers. This going to have to be called the Saving Power Show. I mean, this might turn into something, Sheik Neil Bay. I got to bring you on, you know what I mean, or something, because they talk a lot of stuff, but I see you out there with them uplifting acts. It's just like the Moor out there that he's a sheik, and I see him give out food every year according to science. Every Holy Day Friday, that Moor is giving out so much food. It's just a shame. All these fancy pants Moors from all these groups, they ain't even liking. It's like crickets. They watch this Moor give out foods and they ain't standing up saluting this Moor. I gotta find that Moor name on them. That Moor, y'all know the sheik out there in Chicago area, out there in the Mecca territory, giving out all that food every day, truckloads of food. Saving power. Y'all, you crickets. Y'all keep talking fancy stuff we know 20, 30 years ago. Right? Y'all keep pretending that y'all can avoid the well-trained and duty-prepared Muslims out here, the angels of Allah, the new prophets. Because y'all some spiritual jock riders. Y'all jockers. Y'all jock Jay-Z. You know what I mean? But the brother, the Moor giving out food, got saving power, crickets on his timeline. It's gosh darn shame. But we went up to Canaan land, we saved their families. I went New York province territory, Connecticut saved their families. Wallahi. Save these Moors' lives. And the saving lives from the system ain't good enough then. And we don't know. This is why I'm maintaining excellence up. It just in the cave. I'm not anxious to, I wouldn't help you right now for any amount of whatever. You see what I'm saying? If you ain't already in the book of life, you ain't already, I can't help you. I can't help you, Moors. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to suffer on your own. You have to suffer on your own because y'all keep pretending that whatever you saying, whatever fancy knowledge you keep bringing out on the StreamYard and YouTubes and the boob tubes, whoop-de-doo, that stuff is 30 years old, but you ain't got no saving power. Listen, Snoop no. Snoop the Wiz Jackson, no. I came down to the hospital and saved all those Moors' jobs across the country with one piece of paper so they could work through during the coronavirus. scammed pandemic, right? Because everything I sign is damn near a court order, Moors. I'm your only magistrate on federal record, Moors. You can go down. We kept going down. You go down, but before we get to DC, we can stop in DC, Baltimore. The Resurrection Moors, under my lovely federal grand chief, Pray for Ill, who we love and cherish. All his people had to save all his sheiks and all their fancy, sexy and sad sheiks would have preached to you every day, Friday and Sunday, right on the dot. They can't even save their own families from DHS, from Child Protective Services. They can't save themselves from jail. They can't save themselves from nothing. They got no saving power. They just talk fancy. And the more said, the brother said, I still appreciate that too. Praise Allah. Yeah. I'm telling you. The Moors, listen, the Moors from Temple number 11 here in Philadelphia, with under the Hopkins Bays, who we love. Still, they're Moors. They saw me come to Snoop the Wiz Jackson's hospital, and they saw us, my empress, my wife, come and give them all vaccine immunity forms that weren't ever challenged. They worked so well that the Russian news channel came and did a story on us in Russian. I'll post it in a link afterwards. They saw how well that the hospital and all the government officials accepted our immunity forms, because remember, tax exemption or vaccine exemption is you asking permission, can you be halal kosher? We gave them vaccine immunity forms, which means I'm already kosher, I'm already halal, I already been baptized, I already had a shahada. So therefore, nothing unkosher can go in my body. It's a different energy, it's a different legality. Don't you know the Moors? I ain't never seen that Moor act bad to a person. That Moor used to give out, the Moors got so mad at us because all of the regular black folks was crying and giving us hugs. And the whole hospital was starting to learn the truth about their nationality and the truth about their divine creed. Through the simple Kung Fu, will provide the service. So that Moor used to give out flowers to every sister. I thought it was a lovely presentation. These Moors talking about is a demo. Yo, that's the lovely demonstration. We don't do no demonstrating, but we got presentations, right? So I saw the Moor around giving out flowers to every woman, and I said to my wife, that was a great presentation. He got a great ministerial style. But it must have been fake, because soon as the sister came out of Snoop the Wiz Jackson's hospital, a non-national, a non-member, just a regular sister, and she was coming to get her form, her vaccine immunity certificate, he didn't want to give her a flower all of a sudden. He was mad, treated her like trash. Just at the upset at the disdainment of us providing the miraculous works in real time, not on the internet, right? So this is for all of y'all, because y'all been colluding and conspiring, and right? No saving power. I'll wait. That's why I said, do you or your leader have any saving power? That's why it's called that. Do you or your leader have any saving power? And it's a hashtag, we will wait. We went from we're going down the East Coast now. We went from Canaan land, right? In Connecticut, Canada and Connecticut. I saved their families from the system. We went down to New York territory. I saved those families from jail. Millions of dollars. Wallahi, I ain't talking about thousands. I'm not talking about millions of pesos, bro. I'm talking about millions of US notes. I saved these families from that kind of IRS audits and stopped it cold. They gave them all the fancy everything in the world. I gave them Holy Bible, one page on the Holy Bible, and the IRS said, sorry, that's a done audit. Save those people's lives, right? But we went down further, right? No, we stopped in Philly, like Brother Snoop, who's on here right now. praise Allah for you as a mushahid, as a witness. When we saved those workers' jobs at hospitals, because we were the only ministry in the country able to do it universally without any backlash. They put us on Russian news. That more treated those people badly because we were doing miraculous works for them, right? You go down to low Philly, you get to Baltimore, D.C. Under that honorable federal Grand Sheik, Prather Ill, saved all his grand body constituents from jail and from their children. These people got Grand Sheik, they're the sheiks of the temple, and their children getting snatched up by the system. Your brother, the Mahdi, saving them from that. These people wouldn't give me a temple card if I went there 20 years straight, Moors. But they got to call me to save them from the system, though. Wallahi. See what I'm saying? Then, of course, you can go further to Baltimore. Let's pray for ill number. But you can talk about they little made-up group with Taharka Bey and then Moorish World TV. He made a whole TV show slandering my wife and I. Some of I guess just picking on us and just talking noise. But I knew the source of it because he begged me for a press pass. Because I do TV and radio. I'm the only one that probably give you a legit press pass in the country so that you can go to every concert and you can interview people and be backstage and never have to pay no money to get in nowhere. You feel me? So Taharka Bey came to my domicile, came to my kingdom in West Philadelphia and begged me for a press pass and told me he was about to become the Moorish shock jock, as we call him. Moorish TMZ, I call him now. And he begged me to give him a woman, a Moorish assistant grand sheik that he was all up her hoo-ha. I don't own that sister. Moors, I don't own this. This sister's just a good sister of ours. He begged me to give her to him. And when I didn't give her to him, oh, he made a whole episode because he was so mad at me and my wife because we ain't give the sister over to him. But we wouldn't even refer that sister to him because we knew it's like a new Moor that happened to be 50 years old coming in trying to act like he advanced just because his physical age is 50. But everybody can see from miles away on the other side of the galaxy, he's a baby food person, right? Now the Afrocentrics, everybody, he put himself out there. I guess he's a sex worker or sex offender or something like that. Your brother, the magistrate, I ain't got no charges like that. I'm not one of them sheiks that did 10 years for murder, right? These New York and Philly sheiks and all that, been to jail half their life, and then now they better than you because they got a colorful uniform on. It's not me. I mean, everybody could be arrested, but you know what I mean? These cats, they basically sexy in the sash. They like big spiritual sex workers and all that. Spiritual sex workers. You see what I'm saying? But Taharka Bey, I couldn't give you that sister. I didn't own her. She wasn't my daughter, my cousin. And no, I wasn't going to refer her to you when I knew you was just after lustful things and the sister knew more knowledge than you. You couldn't help her go anywhere. Your sister already had children. I wasn't going to give her over to you, some new, more 50 years old, wayward ass dude. No. He wasn't going to do that. But we can keep on going down, all the way down. You can go to the land of the flowers. You can go, whoever's saying they run the land of flowers in Miami and Florida, they got a temple. Don't matter. Had to save their constituents too. I got the records. I got the videos. Some of the videos is on my live. If you scroll down to my lives, you can see me in Miami making reports on all them wayward people and how they letting the Haitian nationals come into the Great Seal, unbeknownst to the Great Seal. How the Great Seal brother out of Baltimore and Kamal Bay and them How they got mad at me because I'm the Khalif. I got the great seal from the Khalif, the great seal. Like we can't look at Kamal Bey and know that he's a Moose Lodge Shriner type dude. Like the gods don't know a Elks Lodge member when we see one. I mean, come on, come on, Kamal Bey. He get mad because we saying you want to be the Sultan. Yeah, okay. If the Moors say that you the Sultan of the Great Seal, all right. I'm still the Caliph. I still outrank you. I ain't gonna pull rank, but you ain't got no saving power. They ain't got no saving power. That's the name of this joint. This is like the saving power show, Mose. They ain't got no saving power, right? You could go back up to Philly if you want, because you got people like Sabir Bey and all of them running around after rappers. One of the most genius Moors I ever met, brilliant mind, will not save anybody. Refuse to. I mean, one of them Gemini, real Geminis that just have no talent. A Gemini with no talent will do some bad things. Yo, yo, I'll just love a Gemini that got some talent. I'm telling you, shout out to Twin Star, my producers from, I mean, a boy Locks from Twin Star. But a Gemini with no talent, brothers, he'll sit right next to Tariq Nasheed and let him make up foundational Black American and all these type of titles and detract from the Moors and never check him and just sit on there and just read books to you and talk all this nonsense. But meanwhile, he got a whole bunch of books in his trunk. This is a brilliant brother. Got a whole bunch of law books in his trunk. These people conspired against your brother. They got with the Moors who left the prophet, who left the temple, said they're not Moors, and said that the Moors are invaders and that they're Black Indian now, just because their nose got a little bend in it. So I be here, they colluded with all those people to take me down. It never worked. Matter of fact, the Black Indian brothers came back and apologized to me. Later on, 10 years later. Wallahi, 10 whole solar years later. So Abir refused to apologize to me, but he's still running around reading random nonsense books. When he's supposed to be the Moorish attorney for everybody in the nation, Moorish lawyer, the brother got the talent, but not no artistic talent. So a Gemini with no artistic talent, that is a attention whore type of person, boy. That a Gemini with no artistic talent, no saving power. That is a person that would just jock anybody just for some limelight. It's a sad thing. So now you got the new Moors that keep popping up talking about some. Uh, we the only ones that let a singer or a rapper or some kind of actor, poet, be our leader. Stop lying. There's a holy Bible. King Solomon was supposed to be the wisest man that ever lived and the richest. At least in the biblical text, he got the Songs of Solomon. King David had the Psalms. They played this. This is real music. I just read from you Surah out of the Holy Quran of Mecca, Surah 37, verse 36. And we're saying ayat that every time the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu was saying something to them and giving them the truth of Allah and the reality, right? They was Guess what their response was? Just like these modern Moors who ain't got no talent and ain't got no saving power. They said, are we going to give up all our gods, their idols, all these false concepts they got? Are they going to give up our gods for a mad poet? So they was running around calling him a mad poet because he was dropping them hot freestyles, but they weren't really freestyles. But you know what I mean? He was dropping them hot bars, and the Quran rhymes from beginning to end. So they just hate no talent type dudes, but no saving power. But I personally had to save their families of every grandbody that you could think of, from the Washita, from the Yamasee, right? From the Moorish Science Temple, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, right? The sheiks that can't stand me, they sent me to save their families from family court. They still, because then who else they gonna call? Who else got that holy zeal? I don't know. I'll wait. We will wait. That's the hashtag on this joint. Anybody else that got the passion, let's go back up to Canaan land. Cujo and them, Canaan land wars. They got passion. They ain't got no holy zeal. They keep talking about that. They're the most high God Allah. They don't even believe in Jesus. None. They too good for Jesus. They too good for Allah. They too good for all the prophets and all these books. Right? But ain't saved nobody. They ain't even self-savior. They ain't even saved themselves. Most of these types of people, I don't know the brother Sheik Cujo's record, but most of those types, as far as we've known, they just did mad jail time. They couldn't even say themselves. I ain't talking about no month in jail, no dumb petty stuff that they did a weekend. No, I'm talking about these cats did years in jail. So even the ones with passion ain't got no saving power. They don't have this holy zeal, right? Keep going back down. Land of Flowers. Go West Coast. This is what it is. Morris, I'm gonna wrap it up. But I gotta let y'all know. The witnesses are here. The Mushahideen. They are here. They witnessed me save all of y'all families. Save all of your lives. Save all of your livelihoods. Right? And just like that sheik in the Mecca in Chicago area, giving out food every year according to science. Y'all don't like his stuff. It'd be crickets on his stuff. He'd be giving out whole 18 wheelers worth of food. And y'all keep talking like there's somebody else to talk about in the Mecca. Why you ain't talking about that sheik? They're not talking about that sheik. They don't really want to talk about who's doing the saving power. I gave out food for 10 years. I started an alternative family court so that you wouldn't have to deal with DIFUS and CPS and DHS. And it works and it still is operational. And I didn't do my court sessions on Instagram. I did it in the largest courthouse in Philadelphia. They get upset. They too good for Jesus. They keep talking, oh, it's a symbolic story. They're nonsense. They're full of crap. You got to ask the Magi. Jesus saves. They don't know nothing about it. The Holy Quran in Mecca talks about the Messiah, Isa Salatu Salam. He out there in a chariot ready to crack the sky on a spaceship right now. Y'all time is up. It's the angel of the sixth church of Philadelphia. Revelations chapter 3, verse 7 through 13. The New Jerusalem government of Christ is here. With the real saving power. It's the Mahdi, the preparer of the way for Christ's return. And you can't challenge me. You can't challenge me. You can. That's why I'm saying it this way. We will wait. Do you or your leader have any saving power? This is the saving power show. They say God, I heard he's in the blessing business. He in the blessing business. Prayers going up, blessings coming down. Y'all got to ask me. Don't ask them other more that stuff. They don't know. They got low-level information. They just finding out 50 whole solar years after it's relevant. They just finding out about the Nation of Islam and that are they Moorish and all that. They just finding out about all these topics. And they keep pretending that but I like the information, but it's no saving power. Huh? We can, yeah. This ain't cock measuring. Let's measure our wang wang. This is a tail of the tape. This is a measurement of the tape. Tahar Kabade ain't got that. Cujo and them don't got that. I see the Ducateers don't got that. They don't got no saving power. We ain't got no records of them saving nobody's souls. They ain't saving nobody's families, whole family. They ain't saving nobody's whole $1 million estates. They just robbing people's estates. They just misleading people, right? I love the scholarship, but I'm a governor. All you scholars, you watch me govern. Stop this being disrespectful. That's why I'm saying this stuff. Let the poppers pop and the breakers break. Snoop the Wiz Jackson, tell them I got to have you on a video doing your thing. We're gonna go to the Uptown Theater, bro. I need you to do your thing in front of the Uptown with me. I got it going on. And when we do it, these same people are gonna say, just like they said to the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, will we give up our radical, silly, unvetted ideas, our idols, for a mad poet? Because every time the Prophet Muhammad said something, they just said, oh, he's a rapper. He just be spitting bars. He be spitting bars, so he can't be the prophet. Oh, yeah, I know you is. You ain't got to work with your craft, Snoop. I mean, you always do, but I already love how you do it. But that's what they said. Oh, the Prophet Muhammad Ahmed, he got bars. He's a mad poet, so he can't be the new prophet. That's on you. Words sound power. That's why the Afrocentrics is gonna rip y'all to shreds, because y'all ain't got no saving power. Y'all think y'all better than Jesus. We gotta go back there. You think you better than Allah himself, right? Heaven saved a soul or a physical body. We will wait. Does you or your leader, your favorite person, do they got any saving power? You want to go to California territory? It don't matter. We saved their lives over there too. It's gotten so, praise Allah with it, that we saving their lives and we just call them on the phone more. Well, I'm just calling the police district. I'm just calling the court. I'm just calling DHS and saying it's a real magistrate from our particular jurisdiction on the case already. And they're like, oh, magistrate, you ain't got to drive to Connecticut. You ain't got to drive to Canaan land. Oh, no. You ain't going to have to drive out here to Oklahoma. Just you ain't going to fly out here. Just, we going, since it's you. The news calls me. They call me when they get these Moors from out here in Wichita, Kansas, and the rise of the Moors and all these people. They call me, news channels from all around the world, all around the country. They call me. But the Russian news came directly to 52nd Street to my spot a couple years ago. It's in Russian. I'm going to post it on here afterwards. It's in Russian. You might have to translate it. They're saying our vaccine immunity form is unlike anything in the nation. See? Shout out to my Morakush Moors. These people talking crap about Morakush. They got saving power, though. They got saving power. What you got? They mad at Mansa Muhammad, Brother Cheyenne, right? The Morakush Society, Khalif. But the Moors got saving power. What you got? That's like, I just said 3 people. I said myself, I said the Grand Sheik in the Mecca giving out that food, and I said the Morakush brothers. Who else got saving power in the country? We will wait. We'll wait. Y'all can't box with nothing, I'm saying, because I'm a box. So let the poppers pop and the breakers break. Let the scholars teach and the governors govern. Every time I hear, I see the Duke of Tears. I love the information. I watch it. I sip my little coffee, my tea. Ain't no saving power in it, but I love it because scholars are being scholars. Every time I hear Cujo, and every time I hear Taharka, every time I hear your favorite national, your favorite, sexual sex worker, spiritual sex worker. You know what I'm trying to get at. You know what I mean? You know, I'm with the scholarship. Every time I hear the brothers from Tariq Bay camp, they don't know we was Taj's original students. All these people, this is how we got so advanced. They just jocking Jay-Z, they spiritual jockers. So instead of going out and doing what Tashri Bey is talking about, they keep, I'm gonna sit up under him, and he said, you don't know what he's saying, because man is what he knows, right? So they don't got no, all of them people hate my guts. That's why I'm saying it. Let's just get it out in the open. You have no saving power. Y'all are scholars. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your effort. I appreciate your studies. But yet at the same time, let the poppers pop and breakers break. Let the scholars teach and the governors govern. That's all. Stay out of my lane. Stop acting like King David ain't had the flyest raps. He stop acting like songs of Solomon didn't have the flyest songs and the flyest drip on. All of these talentless people acting like the Quran and Mecca don't rhyme from beginning to end. These are your leaders. You ain't. I don't care what you say, Moors. You're not better than Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You ain't better than King Solomon. You ain't better than King David. Slap the taste out of your mouth. You ain't better than them. Yeah, they was performers. Yup. They were singers and rappers. Yup. And they had that saving power. You Kermit the Frog sipping Kermit the Frog Bay sipping tea, y'all. They had that saving power. Y'all ain't got no saving power. You got teachings and ideas that we find cute, so we click the like button. That's all. So you guys carry on and let the angel from the Church of Philadelphia, the Mahdi, prepare the way for the coming of Christ, that New Jerusalem government. Let them govern. Stand down. Stand back. Islamism. Praise Allah.